you're doing good. I'm doing great out here. I just got back from a wonderful week-long break where I spent a couple of days with my friend Fiona in England and then a day in Nantes, which was beautiful. And I just thought, since I realized with my video I made of a little girl going ooh la la in Nantes that I can upload videos to YouTube, I thought I'd make a quick video here just to say hi and hopefully cheer you guys up a little, since I'm sorry to hear the old kitchen store is closing. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about food here in France and the goodies I got in England and just general stuff, and hopefully you'll enjoy it a little bit. Miss you guys and hope you're all doing well. Enjoy. Alright, well, first of all, just a little bit about the French food here. French cuisine can be fabulous. We have a favorite restaurant in town that they change the menu all the time. They've got a couple regular, like the escargot, they never change, but so it's always a fresh dish that they cooks have decided to offer, and all made there in the house, and pretty reasonable to get a good 3-course meal. Last time was an amazing dessert that was a passion fruit and white chocolate kind of cake thing with raspberry sauce. But we really don't go out all that much. It's mostly cooking here in the dorms, and French dorm cooking is a little lacking. But it works. Just to give you an idea though, this is kind of what I've lived off for the semester. These are little pre-cooked meat patties. This is chicken. I'm excited. It's new. You can see here it says Nouveau somewhere. There we go. And lots of ham and turkey of those that we've been eating, and got some spices I got in England, so I have a little barbecue spice or Thai spice on there. It gives it a little more flavor. And lots of fresh vegetables, which is really cheap here and really easy to heat up, since we have a kind of communal kitchen for the whole floor. You don't want to take up too much time in there. And other than that, this has been one of my favorite things in France. This is the off-brand of it, which is a little sweeter, not as good, it turns out, but lesson learned. They sell these syrups, and they use them in everything from water to milk, which I just tried here for the first time, since I had a little bit of milk left in a bottle. And the milk is kind of sweet to begin with, so I really don't know how they handle that. But the syrups are really good in just some sparkling water or some plain water, or they mix them with wine in the bars, with a white wine and cure of different flavors. And I talked about this on my blog already, but of course there's the shelf milk that can sit on your shelf, this one until April of 2008. As long as you don't open it, you're good to go. It works, but like I said, it's pretty sweet, and I don't entirely understand why. But that's really all there is to the French cuisine here in the dorms. So alright, so I just got back from my trip to England, which was pretty much the eating and drinking tour of Sheffield. There was actually real pretty seeing. We got to see some nice museums. But it was pretty much the eating and drinking tour. Got some nice Italian food at my friend Nikki's and spent lots of time in cafes. And my very first purchase and favorite, sell them by the 8-pack, which was exciting. You can't find them in France, so I brought a bunch back with me. And then Fiona and her mom took me to the grocery store so I could stock up on snackies to take back. My other favorite here, of course, it's the Sainsbury's brand, so we'll see how that stacks up to Jif and Peter Pan, but at least I know it's not getting recalled anytime soon. And better even yet, the English have ranch dressing. They just don't know it. They call it garlic and herb dressing, except they say herb. Some quick sugar-free Jell-O, which is a nice quick dorm snack, because they lock the kitchens at 11:30, so anytime after that, whatever you snack on has to be made in your room. So this little kettle here has been a good friend of mine for boiling up water. You can make some quick couscous or snacky desserts. And this is a particular little English treat that you either love or hate, and we tried it originally because Ruth hated it, went on about it, and Fiona said, you gotta let the Americans try for themselves, so she brought some over and I liked it. It's an instant mousse called Angel Delight, and You just add chilled milk and it turns instant to mousse. That's the banana flavor. Got the butterscotch to try for the very first time, and chocolate. But many people I've encountered seem to think it's pretty vile, but I enjoy it. Well, I expected to have a lot of time on trains or in airports, but it turned out that Fiona's mom was able to drive me to the airport on the day I left, so oh well, I got these anyway, hoping to find some little goodies that might give me some inspiration for improving my dorm cuisine. Although I've made a couple good things. There's a potato broccoli soup that's become quite a specialty. But anyway, I picked up a couple cooking magazines, and one of the things I thought was pretty interesting was this article called Eco-Aware Your M&S, which stands for Marks and Spencer's. It's kind of a higher end grocery store. And it talks about they've got a 200 million pound eco plan, which is 400 million US dollar, to go carbon neutral by 2012, stock more garments from fair trade cotton, clearly label food that has been air freighted because it's better for the environment if you ship them, etc., etc. And they've already got all their sugar and their jams and stuff is all fair trade sugar. And I just thought that was interesting because you see that a lot more in the stores over there, that much bigger fair trade sections, much more labeling of everything that's vegetarian has a V on it. There's a lot more just kind of awareness of that in the shopping. Like I saw a poster at one place bragging, we only buy from fisheries that are environmentally friendly and don't overfish. And you don't see that if the Walmart signs, always low prices and environment friendly. We just don't quite care as much yet, but we're getting there. But I thought that was interesting. And kind of before I went, the only stereotypes I'd really heard of the English were that they had bad teeth and that they love tea. Didn't see any terribly bad teeth, but oh my god, do they love them some tea. If I had drank every tea glass I'd been offered, I would have spent all day in the restroom. But here's another article in there called We Love Tea. My light's a little bright for it, but she's got on a little shirt there that says I love tea, which is what the article's about. It's another fair trade deal. This shirt's made of something you can, eat or something, and it helps a third world country somewhere. But certainly do drink much, much, much tea. In fact, Fiona's nan sent me home with some Yorkshire tea. And I couldn't help but pick up some PG Tips at the grocery store, which is what Fiona always makes for us. So I mostly got, it was a good deal too. It's like $160 for a couple bucks. But came with that little monkey, which I've already managed to leave at the hotel and not. But they found it, and we're going to stage a monkey rescue someday here, because that one's really pretty, and we want to go back anyway. So, but I got a really good laugh one day. We were watching this show on TV. It's called Master Chef, and that guy's one of the hosts. And what they do is they bring 4 people on, or 6 people on, and they give them ingredients, and they have to cook something with the ingredients, and they cut it down to like 3 or 4. I think it was 3. And then they put them in a real kitchen, and they observe them there, and then they let them make any dishes they want. And they pick a finalist to go into the final round, and I don't know what they get in the end, their own restaurant or some such nonsense. But I just thought it was really funny because, they come out and they present their food to the judges, and the judges taste it, and then they say, okay, go get a cup of tea while we deliberate. It's just like, oh, you do love your tea. Go have a tea break while we decide your fate. You wouldn't really hear that on Survivor. But, yeah, the cooking shows are just as big in England. Of course, they've got all their own. And that's about that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else terribly interesting. Now I think that about covers my food revelations for the week. It's about 7 o'clock here, so I'm actually about to go cook some dinner. So I hope you're all doing good. And I look forward to seeing you guys in possibly May, but at least by early June. Oh, and one last thing. My new shirt. Couldn't help but get it on a bargain rack in Sheffield. I thought it was too cute. It says, "Easy to be happy." And the originally from Italy since 19 something. 64. But alright, we'll miss you all. Have a good one.
Plusieurs indices m'ont mis la puce à l'oreille, j'ouvre l'œil. Plusieurs indices m'ont mis la puce à l'oreille, j'ouvre l'œil.